Welcome to another OTG video. This is French Air Force pilot Capitaine Elia Dupont to the left and Lieutenant Commander Tracy Dixon of the U.S. Navy to the right. Today we're testing the updated Boeing A-18F Super Hornet with an improved realistic rear cockpit. This is a mod by Skyline GTRFreak. Flares and working ejection seats for both positions have also been added. We're at Stonehenge Space Force Base, a dusty volcanic ash-barren island off the coast of San Andreas. My name is Carrie with a K, your narrator for this adventure. The front cockpit is pretty much the same. Block 2. Since it's updated, we're going to fly it and see if the performance has changed. We're going to be performing some live fire on the bombing range. There's a new suspended target using tech, extracted from a top-secret source at Area 51. So we're going to knock out two birds with one stone on this mission. And this is how your PEDs will enter the aircraft. Although Elia is from the French Air Force, she's been learning the Super Hornet since being assigned to the 133rd Joint Test Squadron as an exchange pilot. She eventually will be assigned to a U.S. Navy Fleet Squadron on another exchange assignment, upon completing the FRS curriculum at Naval Air Station Lemoore. She's already carrier qualified on the Dassault Rafale M strike fighter. The French is the only NATO country whose aviation assets are qualified to land on U.S. Navy carriers. To keep the video at an acceptable length, the tower has cleared us for takeoff using the taxiway. Elia, staying low, will perform a minimum radius turn around the tower for our first item in the performance test. Positive handling without any drifting. Little to no rudder needed to keep from hitting the ground. We gave it a little left rudder near the end, as you can see the turn gaining some altitude as a result. That mountain peak you see in the distance is Mount Chiliad on San Andreas Island to the west of us. Next test is a loop with the landing gear deployed using idle speed from the game. Then, Elia will roll inverted and attempt an outside loop. Slow and sluggish, but that's okay. The mod is performing like it should. We're entering a stall, going to abort and recover the aircraft. Note the deflection of the control surfaces with minimal positive response. We have hardly any airflow over the wings. Going to pull the nose towards the ground and rolling it over to get some airflow so we can control the aircraft. Looks like we won't be needing those ejection seats yet. Now let's do some jinking, rolling and turning the aircraft back and forth. Now to shut down the engines and fly the Super Hornet dead stick with no thrust. Now to try some super maneuverability in GTA 5 unrealistic flight characteristics. Now, for the fun stuff, to check out the secret target and shoot at it, and let Alaya get some time in her first ordnance drop using this airframe. Holy shit, they didn't tell us it would look like an alien spaceship. Kind of funky looking. That is so creepy considering what may be coming. She couldn't get a heat signature or radar lock on that target. Going to guns. I hope if and when the actual invasion occurs, we can pick them up. This is concerning. Makes you wonder if that target is an actual representation. The powers that be aren't telling us much about it. Elia and Tracy agree. We're in big trouble if these guys decide to launch a full-scale assault, aside from those clowns. We would be cooked. Since we landed short on the bombs, Tracy tells Alaya to use the gun. Aiming weapons in GTA 5 is all dead reckoning. No special target systems in this game. Now, we're going to deploy the flares, which is an added feature to the upgraded mod. Perfect landing. It seems the mod is handling better than the updated one from 2022. The old one sometimes pulled to one side while braking upon landing. This one performed a smooth rollout straight ahead. Sorry we didn't get to use the ejection seats. The mission was completed without mishap. Well, that does it for this video. See you next time.